in this Oakland lineup.
Well, the good right-handed pitcher on the mound right here facing this lineup that can score some runs. It's going to be critical for him to keep the ball down to the zone and pitch to his capabilities. If he does that, he should have success.
Courtesy of Pepsi, we'll see how Bob Guerin's lineup looks. John, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, one of the biggest pests in all of baseball will be in this game today, and that's Dustin Pedroia. A pest in a good way, though, if he's your teammate. He's a guy that gets under the skin of the opponent. And what you like about him, though, is short in stature, only 5'7", but you make a mistake middle in, and he will take you out of the ballpark.
Last game for the A's, they won, though they were happy to end up splitting 1-1 after losing the first of the two-game set against the Rays in Tampa Bay.
Oh, this ball club's in the middle of a pretty good streak right now.
Pedroia.
It's 0-1 as he swings and misses at that fastball. This ball club's won 7 out of their last 10. You keep that going in the course of a year, and you're in good shape.
Well, you absolutely are, and there's no reason to believe they can't. This team is a great, great team with every facet working right now.
One away. We'll take a quick look at the Blue Jays and their defensive alignment. So, Steve, the thoughts on a fielder here?
Rafael Furcal has continued to improve his defense throughout his career. Early on, he relied on great arm strength, but now positioning is a big part of his game as well.
We've got Brian Giles in.
Well, the 2009 Toronto Blue Jays played over 500 ball against the American League West in 2009, and they were beating up on clubs in other divisions. They just couldn't beat up on teams in the AL East.
0-1. Good pitch that time, and it's 0-1. The Jays went 19-15 against the American League West, including a pretty good number, 6-3 against another team that can pitch, the A's.
Well, exactly, but you know, here's the thing, and if you're Toronto, if you're a fan of the Toronto Blue Jays, you got to hope that something happens with the Yankees and the Red Sox, that they just have off years one year to give them a chance to get in. Because I don't think people around baseball understand just how good the Toronto Blue Jays pitching is. When they go to the Central, they dominate. When they go to the AL West, another division that struggles offensively, they win against those teams. The fact is that the great offenses and great pitching that the Yankees, Red Sox, and Rays have were the demise of the Blue Jays in 2009.
Number 16.
Able to set him down there, chalk that one up as a strikeout for him.
Well, this thing just about stops as it gets to home plate. The hitter could have reloaded a couple times if he decided to swing. Instead, he just wanted to watch it go by.
And it's Miguel Tejada now. Over his lifetime, 293 off Toronto. Here's the delivery. Strike 2! That's a strike and an 0-2 count. Tejada now will watch that strike zone carefully.
Well, right there, you can just tell that the hitter was absolutely fooled on that pitch. Nothing you can do. You try to reach out and just put it in play, but he swung through it.
He was able to ring up that K, and that's going to get him out of the inning. And on the mound, we'll see Brandon Webb. He's starting for Oakland. Steve, he's facing that Toronto lineup today. What is he thinking about?
Well, Brandon Webb, a real workhorse on the mound, a guy that can dominate a game and go deep into the game. He likes to finish what he starts. He throws a lot of strikes, has outstanding off-speed pitches to complement the command of his fastball, and he keeps the ball in the ballpark, which is a great trait for a starting pitcher.
And here's the first one. Here's a swing, a fly ball deep down the line and right. As he retreats back for it and gets the out. Brought to you by Pepsi. Here's the Blue Jays lineup. Scouting report, John. How about some picks?
Well, the potential's all there for Carlos Quentin to step up and be a star. This guy has it written all over.
Liner between first and second. And Delgado pulls it in. And Delgado pulls it in. Now we'll take a quick look at the A's, how they're taking the field defensively. Steve, keeping an eye on anyone?
Well, a lot of times you see Dustin Pedroia with dirt on his uniform, and you see it because of his defense. He's diving all over the field trying to make plays.
And that's out number 3. Amazingly fast inning. Outs here coming quickly. 3 pitches. Now their rookie center fielder. He'll start it off here in the second.
Number 9, Spencer.
The pitch. Good pitch as he's late on that one. 0-1. Strike 2. Galarraga now in control. Let's see how he uses these pitches.
Well, 0-2 count. He likes to go to the slider. Pretty good pitch for him. It's his put-away pitch.
You're out. Swing and a miss on the sinker. 1 away.
Let's take a look at the sinker. Looks good in the K-cam. Looks good in the K-cam.
A breaking ball right there gets him to swing. You can see that back leg kind of jelly bitten a little bit.
He really used the off-speed pitches during that at-bat to get it over with. And it's Ken Griffey Jr. in the box now. He hit .235 last season against the Blue Jays. Starts him out with that circle change in there. 0-1.
Well, the 2009 Oakland A's really struggled at times during the course of the season because of their youth. But looking ahead, you know they're going to get a little bit more experience and just improve because of that experience.
You're out. And Ken Griffey Jr. swinging right through it. That's strike 3.
Well, that one's as straight as a string. Just registered 91 on the gun.
And I think last couple of pitches he faced, it didn't seem like he was ready for that fastball.
Yeah, he got some off-speed pitch the previous pitch, but you should be able to expect to get the bat on that heater, especially with 2 strikes.
And Carlos Delgado to bat. Talking about the A's finish where they went 17-10. The question in baseball always is in September, is it about the team that you're going to see the next season, or is it about a team that after everything was done and they knew they weren't going to win, suddenly found a way to put some W's in?
Well, that's what they're going to have to answer in the spring of 2010 and into this season is which team are they? They were last in the AL in home runs in 2009 with only 135. They were last in total bases, last in home runs allowed. I mean, these things need to change. They have to be a team that can score more runs to help this young pitching staff because they have a wealth of talent in their pitching rotation. And they're all young guys. But when young guys don't get runs scored for them, sometimes they lose that edge. Sometimes they feel like, you know, why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? You know, we're pitching our guts out. We just can't score runs. And when you start looking at your offense and say, look, I know I have to pitch a shutout to win, you're asking too much for these young pitchers.
That one's going to be down low. 3-2.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Well, he was able to ring up that K, and he needed it, and it got him out of the inning. Good defensive half inning there. No hits allowed. The Athletics can't get the offense going. Cleanup batter due up next. Hope you have your mittens on. It is cold. Tune in on the radio to our broadcast. Getting colder here as it gets later.
Number 19.
It's the glove at the plate. Now the Blue Jays losing their last game. That series for them, they ended up losing 1-2 against the Red Sox.
When the fans are waiting for something to turn this team around.
And that one will head all the way to the backstop for a ball. 1-0 pitch, a sinker in there, 1-1. 500 baseball will keep your fans happy a bit, but you better do a little better as part of the season rolls on here.
Well, they absolutely have to, and this is one of these things. They need something to push this team in the right direction.
That falls in, first hit of the ball game.
Number 29.
Well, a great job right there by the first hitter in this inning to get on base. And you know, a lot of big innings are started with that first guy getting on. And you have 1 or 2 big innings in a game, and that can be the difference in the outcome.
A DH in the box. No one out and a runner on first. Webb with the delivery. Catcher can't control it. At the belt, the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. This one to Griffey Jr. Here's how the Eastern Division race is looking as April winds down, courtesy of State Farm. Blue Jays out in front, first place. Second place, the Rays. In third place, it's the Yankees. Red Sox seated fourth, and for the Orioles, last place.
I can't tell you how long it's going to last, but I can tell you why the Blue Jays are on top of the American League East. They're playing good, solid baseball with contributions from all 25 players.
Taps this one foul to the right. Ground ball headed for the middle.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
Over to Delgado. Out number 2.
I've got a moment to take a look back to last year's Toronto Blue Jays. 4th in hits, 4th in home runs. And this is an offense that didn't just go up there looking to make contact. They looked to drive the ball. Among the top 5 teams in slugging percentage in the league, that ability to drive it and get the extra base hit.
Oh, and 1 from Webb. And Quinton watches that one go by, and the count is even. Just 1 hit, 14 ABs last year against the A's. And it goes foul. No luck on that one. The 1-2 on its way.
Here we go.
Another foul ball. Quinton working hard here in this at-bat. You're out.
Well, a great piece of hitting right there to stay alive in this at-bat. A tough pitch. He fouls it off. Now he's hoping that the pitcher will make a mistake so he can drive one.
They get a man to third, but can't bring him home. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto.
The third inning.
Joe Mauer leading it off.
Well, they went at him yesterday with a pitch that he could. Well, they went at him yesterday with a pitch that he could drive, and he took advantage of it and took it deep.
Hard grounded to short. Picked up by Furcal.
Second baseman.
Bernier gets a shot here. Base is empty with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Strike 2. Galarraga now in control. Let's see how he uses these pitches.
Well, that's a great pitch right there. That hard sinker. He just can't catch up.
You're out. Swing and a miss. Slider, 2 down.
Now, Gary, that's an outstanding slider. That great late action with 2 strikes. Not much you can do with that one. Tough one to hit.
Coronado settling in. Taps this one foul off to the left. Can't catch up with that swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. The slider swung on and missed. Struck him out. Side gone. And they go quietly offensively in this half inning. Nothing across. We've still got the shutout here at Rogers Center.
Third inning.
The camera catches the Bob Guerin look.
Number
The skipper that's happy not to have given up any runs yet, but watching for that opportunity for his offense to get on the board. Conger at the plate now. He'll start things off for the home team. We're in the third. Webb with the delivery. He swings and nails a liner. And that's through a base hit. That's going to bring up Rafael Furcal. One of the best batting averages in the league. Runner on first base, nobody out. He squares around and he gets this one down. And his throw is in time for out number one. Boy, he made that throw a split second before he lost control of the body.
Now, the key was he kept his eye on the target the entire time.
Big smile, he got that one done. And in the batter's box, it's Springer. Flew out last time. 1 on, 1 out. Here's the first pitch. The right center. This one to Griffey Jr.
Second baseman.
The ball was well hit. The ball looked like it was going to carry deeper. The right fielder had just enough time to slide over and put it away.
Webb with the delivery. Swung on, liner to right. That should be a base hit. Fantastic chance here.
As the American League season continues to ramp up, let's take a look at where the Athletics sit here early on. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. First in home runs. And they're number 2 in runs scored. An offense that continues to keep the pressure on the opposition and finds ways to score runs.
2 men on, 2 men out. And the first pitch. And Webb too high.
That's a dangerous pitch. Hanging that breaking ball up in the zone right there. Good hitters punish mistakes. That was a mistake.
And there's Griffey Jr. for the third out.
The fourth inning.
And Dustin Pedroia to lead it off. And frequently walked. He's the most walked hitter in this division.
Strike one.
Swings and misses at the fastball. 0-1.
As one of the leaders on this team in walks, he just rarely chases the ball out of the zone. He finds a way to get on base.
Strike two.
Strike 2 with that. No balls, 2 strikes. Pedroia now shorten the swing, shorten up on the bat.
Look here, they haven't scored or gotten a hit, and we're in the 4th inning right now. They've got to really reconsider their approach at the plate as we move through the lineup the second time around.
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching work.
Well, just a great sequence of pitches. 3 good choices by the pitcher and the catcher, and he finishes them off quickly.
All pitchers love that. Those are short at-bats. You get it done in a hurry. And it's Brian Giles at the plate. Matchup, 282 lifetime against the Blue Jays. Pitch on the way. This one's grounded near third, foul. He delivers.
Now coming to bat.
He got him. That's 9 Ks now.
Let's see what the K-Cam looks like on a sinker ball. He gets the strikeout with the sinker ball. The ball's moving, sinking out of the zone. The hitter swinging right over the top of it.
Base is empty and 2 down. First pitch to Tejada. That's hit foul by Tejada. Strike two. Galarraga now in control. Let's see how he uses these pitches.
Well, that fastball right there, he just blew it by him.
Here's a sinker that winds up in good old Mother Earth.
You're up.
Got him. Strikeout number 10 today. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto. And if you just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Crook and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. It's the glove at the plate. He's ready to start the home half here in the fourth inning. First pitch. Here's a swing and a broken bat ground ball. He's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
That's a well-executed play right there, Gary. He hustled over, got to first base, and touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strikeout there, but he's involved in the out anyway. Swung on, contact. Griffey Jr. is going to play it. And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's one down here.
Well, that's all you can ask your hitter to do. Find a way to get on base, and he does with one out. That base hit right there. A little bit of momentum. Let's see if they can move him around and possibly score a run.
Line drive. That's foul towards first. And that's two. A double play. Well, that's one way to keep your pitch count down. They wrap that inning up with 3 pitches. Now there's center fielder at the plate. He definitely brings a lot of attention to his at-bats. He deals.
Strike one.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind that pitch. 0-1.
Obviously, he's a major force in this lineup. They want people to get on base in front of him so he can hit it out of the park.
This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. It's back towards the wall, and he still puts it away.
Well, they followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
And it's Ken Griffey Jr. in the box now. 0 for 3. That was last season off Galarraga. Yeah, with 2 strikes on him now, Griffey Jr., who likes to really hit from his heels, will cut that swing down. Hot shot towards the hole. The glove. And Carlos Delgado to bat. Struck out swinging his last time up. 2 outs and nobody on. First count on Delgado. First pitch. Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. Strike 2. Galarraga now in control. Let's see how he uses these pitches.
Well, 0-2 count. He likes to go to the slider. Pretty good pitch for him. It's his put-away pitch.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases. So that brings up Joe Mauer. 0 for 1 thus far.
Let's go, Blue Jays.
Runner on first, 2 away. And Mauer ready for the first pitch.
Strike 2.
And that's a strike. Mauer now will cover that plate with that big bat.
Well, that changeup down on the way is so tough. It's really one of those ones, all you can do is spoil it and hope to get the next one.
Struck him out. That's going to be 11 in the game. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand it. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto. And Cito Gaston checking it out. Plenty on his mind, I think. Pleased with the pitching so far, hoping to get some life out of his lineup. Leading it off, Carlos Quinton. Lifetime, a .222 average against the A's. First pitch to Quinton. There's a swing and a liner towards first. And Quinton's got himself a base hit. He's going to try and test him here. Now heading to third base. And he'll stop at third. That's a 3-bagger.
Number 64.
Well, it's a great way to start this inning. No one out, leads off with a big triple. 90 feet away from scoring a run. Now, anything will score him. A ground out, a wild pitch, a pass ball, just about any way to score. He is going to get it done.
He scores. Umpire calls him safe ahead of the play. Boy, this lineup, they are hot right now. The chances, they are productive.
Well, the starting pitching in this game has been absolutely outstanding. So coming through right there in the clutch to bring that first run of the game across has to build confidence for the rest of his team.
And it's Rafael Furcal in the box now. Well, you always hope you can get this offense. Swing and a liner to right center. And that gets down. Furcal with a hit. Toronto here's a position to get something done. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. There's a throw over. And Delgado to keep him close. Spins, checks him at second. No one out yet. Runners at first and second. Webb with the delivery. Line drive fouled off towards first. Line towards second. They take care of that one. And they'll try and hold the runners second and first. They stay. One out with runners at first and second. First pitch to him. Smash towards the hole. That's one. And two. A double play. Quite a game being thrown by these pitchers. Finally, someone able to plate one. Toronto leads it 1-0. Firmniak
For the
up at the
Oakland
plate.
Athletics, second baseman, number 32, Aaron Firmniak.
Here's the pitch. Ball belted deep left center field. Way back, way back. Out of here, a home run. And they're happy to tie that one up. Back to an even ball game with that solo shot. Home run, bases empty. Let's see its effect on the game. Our WPA graph, courtesy of Pepsi.
Well, it looked like he got the pitch in his wheelhouse and he just drove it out of the ballpark.
You get behind in a ball game, you want to get back early, get your mental set back, and they've done that.
Now, this inning isn't over yet. They have a chance to still tack on some more runs.
Now batting,
Well, they got to be feeling the pressure now. This pitcher is really struggling out there. They're getting some big hits against them. They've tied it up. One more big knock, and they've got the lead.
And the first pitch. First pitch, and he misses the fastball, strike one. Anytime, Steve, at this point of a ball game, you get back, get it tied up with a big hit like that, you got a lot of excitement going.
And you're right, but from the pitching perspective, not too exciting on his thought.
That one gets through for a base hit. That'll bring up Dustin Pedroia. And here's what the Blue Jays schedule looks like. Wrapping up Sunday, the series with Oakland. They head out to take on a team that matches up well against them. The Cleveland Indians will be hosting. That'll be a 3-game series. Then there's another stop on the road trip. The White Sox at U.S. Cellular Field. And quite a bit of time away from home for them over these next several games. Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. Last year, 1 for 3 off Armando Galarraga. There's the delivery and the called strike taken by Pedroia.
The hitter lays off this pitch, realizing you can't do much. When you get that kind of four-seam fastball down and away, it's tough to hit.
Pedroia will foul that one away. Pedroia fouls off another.
Well, a nice defensive approach right there. A pitch down in the strike zone below the knees, but he couldn't take that chance, and he just gets enough on it to foul it off.
Should have let that one go by. Swing and a miss and a K on a ball in the dirt. Got him. That is strikeout number 12.
Here's a better look at that sink.
We've got Brian Giles in. 0 for 2 thus far. 1 out. Runner on at first. Here's the first pitch to Giles. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Gary, he has an outstanding slider. I mean, that's really the pitch to look for. Such great movement on that pitch.
Gets in front, stopped it. It's in the dirt.
Now, Gary, when you talk about his slider, it's not only the movement, but the fact that he can throw it in the exact same spot where he throws his fastball on the previous pitch. He works the corner and throws the slider in the same spot, and it goes right off the plate.
The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. 13 Ks, 1 game.
K-Cam shows 85 miles per hour on the velocity and not much movement at all.
But you know, you don't have to get every strikeout with heat, and he showed you how you can do it with those last 2 pitches.
Boy, that's a great piece of pitching with a changeup right there in that sequence. Here's the first pitch. That's hit foul by Tejada. The pitch. Swung on and a grounder to first. And it goes foul. Struck him out, and that makes 14 in this game. So they pick up a run on the home run and pull even. Even game here in Toronto. There's Bob Guerin, the manager. His plan for getting this game back tied up worked. Now it's for his pitching staff to hold it that way. And Bush is in the box. He'll lead off the bottom half of the 6th. The first pitch. Swings a little late that time. Strike 1.
Well, a lot of times movement will fool a hitter, but it looked like right here the velocity on that pitch was what caused him to swing and miss and be late.
Webb with the delivery. Waves at that fastball in the hole now. 0-2.
Well, this is exactly the situation where he's going to pull the curveball out. This guy really struggles with it when he's behind.
Ball one.
A shot up the middle. Fermniak over to Delgado. That's one down.
Third base.
It's the glove at the plate. Grounded out his last time up. Base is empty, one out. Now the first pitch. That one goes foul. Now Mauer positions himself. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And in there, he's 2 for 3 today. Here's a look at the teams that drummed up the extra base hits last year, our State Farm leaderboard. The Yankees, number 1. Second, the Rangers. Third spot, the Red Sox. Jays 4th. And at number 5 on the list, the Rays.
Well, the bottom line is, as a hitter, you want to put yourself in scoring position any chance you can. Well, this team does it as good as anyone in the league at extra base hit. Seems like every time you look up, there's someone in scoring position making the pitcher work and the defense work extremely hard.
Popped into foul territory down the left side.
For the Toronto Blue Jays. First
A
base.
long run for the left fielder. He crosses over into foul territory, aware of where the wall is, but able to pull it in and make the play.
A runner on first with 2 outs. First pitch to him. Hit on the ground up the middle. He's safe without a play.
Number 24.
Up next, Carlos Quentin.
Now, sometimes you make a great pitch and the hitter just happens to be lucky at this particular time. This is one of those balls that was hit in no man's land. Not a play could be made on it. That's why he's on first base.
First pitch to Quentin. Lined up the middle, and Quentin's got himself a base hit. Here comes a runner for the plate. And he'll come in to score. Toronto's offense creating multiple opportunities. So now the Pepsi WPA graph will show us the difference that run batted in made.
Now pitcher making a mistake right here, leaving it right over the heart of the plate. He squares it up, drives it, good contact at the plate to drive in a run.
Most of those kind of pitches are going to get hit. That's an RBI knock. Conger at the plate. Now, Steve, you get that feeling right now this offense is not going to be stopped. They've got themselves a lead late.
Gary, we just saw a big hit right there, and it points out how critical it is at this time of the game to have somebody who can step up and get the job done in a clutch situation. And now it comes down to, can their bullpen hold this lead?
He delivers. Liner towards the hole. And Delgado, fine defensive play. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher getting off the mound.
Well, that's a good heads-up play. You know, you have to know the hitter and his speed. Don't hesitate. Get over and beat him to the bag.
Now there's center fielder at the plate. 0 for 2 thus. Far.
Number 95, Mark Spencer.
Here's the pitch.
Strike one.
Swings and misses. The sinker, 0-1.
Down by 1, nobody out here in the 7th inning. You want to try to get somebody on base and get a little bit of rally, because within 1, you want to be able to time it and maybe take the lead. So play for a big inning right here.
Swing and a miss, gets away. He's heading for first. And he's out. They get him with that throw to first base.
Gary was really going for it there, but the catcher's able to get a handle on it, give it over to first base in time. If he doesn't get it there, who knows what it might lead to.
Outstanding hustle to make sure he doesn't get on a third strike. Nobody on base, one away. And the first pitch. First pitch inside, ball one.
No, Gary's still dealing with that one-run differential. One out here in the 7th inning. And again, I think it's about making plays right now and offensively force the issue. Get somebody on base and put the pressure on the pitcher.
There's a swing, a ball hit high and deep, straight away left field. Tell it goodbye. So here's the graph that shows us the impact of that solo home run. Our Pepsi WPA graph.
Well, another one right there, Gary, and that's 2 home runs and for this team today, and they're spreading the wealth. Well, they got to be feeling the pressure now. This pitcher is really struggling out there. They're getting some big hits against them. They've tied it up. One more big knock, and they've got the lead.
One out, bases empty. First count on Delgado, first pitch. There's a bullet towards third. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on base. It's Joe Mauer. And Oakland with another big chance. One out man on first. And Mauer ready for the first pitch. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. The throw. Here it comes. Line foul towards third. Got him. He's set down 16 on K.
That's impressive breaking action right there in an 87-mile-an-hour pitch.
Well, textbook way of pitching. 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
Outstanding command during that at-bat. 2 outs and a runner on second. The first pitch. Should have let that one go by. Hits the dirt, but it's a strike on a swing. Hit in the air to center field. That'll do it as they put that one away. So they pick up a run on the home run and pull even. Even game here in Toronto.